Hey everyone, my name is Chris. Recently we played the Win Race tournament and was able to absolutely dominate our competition. I'm gonna do a voiceover to some interesting highlights from one of the games we played so you can actually learn something new. First of all, you need to understand the possibilities and limitations of double heavy medium composition. You can only play that with shotguns as it is the most overpowered and overtuned composition at the moment. Your biggest strength and your biggest weakness are going to be your range, and your medium needs to be disciplined enough to always play behind you to provide you with movement. Always stay safe so he can res and defib and try to play his life, so he is not the first person to die. If you would pay close attention to how we approach and defend our cash outs, it's always the same fundamental pattern. You want to pre-place your jump pad somewhere that you can quickly close the distance. Then you have to wait for the right moment and pad on 3, 2, 1. This will ensure that you are padding on the same target, he is not gonna get healed after an RPG shot, and you will be able to quickly capitalize on an opportunity that you've created. One of the biggest mistakes that I see shotgun players make is that they are trying to close up the distance on range, making it very easy for enemy team to poke them out of their shield, bubble, waste their utility. Their medium is gonna be in a very sketchy situation without cover, and overall it's just terrible. So the rule of the thumb when you are playing double heavy with shotgun or single heavy with shotgun is to always approach from below, close the distance to the point where you are on the jump pad range, pad on people and destroy them up close. Simple as that. It's important to always be smart about your movement usage. Not only you have to always play around natural cover so you can perform a small reload and catch enemies off guard, but also if you found yourself in a situation where you are in the middle of nowhere and opponents are chasing your shield and trying to close up the distance to kill you while you are vulnerable, you can perform some interesting tricks. For example, there is a slide jump cancel when you are holding your mesh, sliding onto the side and then quickly jumping. This will throw your enemies off guard and they would have to spend additional seconds to close up the distance with you. This is gonna save your life on heavy. I highly advise you not to use nukes in the current state of the game as they are very unreliable, and for one kill that you will get with a C4 barrel, you will die 2 times from the barrel that's bugged, or a person RPGing you, or someone's shooting your barrel. It's just absolutely not worth it in the current state of the game. Instead, look for an opportunity to start your fight with a juicy RPG shot. Perhaps you will hit multiple players and it will drastically change the way you will start and finish fights. The fights are gonna be a lot easier. It will look so simple. It will be so simple to finish off opponents that are half HP from your directs. Sometimes there are situations in the game where you have to close the distance with your enemies because there is no floor above or below that you can approach from. In that case, you want to make sure that you are trading your shield before you start trading your HP, because at the end of the day, if you die with 700 HP on your shield, that's a massive misplay and you have to absolutely stop doing that. If you will actually fundamentally understand how to utilize double heavy medium with shotguns, you will become absolutely unstoppable in ranked, because any other composition, whether it's gonna be double heavy medium with Lewis guns, one layer keeping up the range, double medium heavy with double heal, double medium heavy with heal recon, double scar, double AK, heavy medium light, none of these compositions will stand a chance against you, because you can do dirty things and heavy class is very overtuned, and when you pair double heavy together, you get 1 + 1 = 3. When you are in a direct gunfight, it's very important to make your movement as snappy, as unpredictable, and as difficult to track as possible. You can do that by using your slide, jump, you can do that by unexpectedly changing your strafe directions, and overall, make sure that your opponents have hard time hitting you. The worst thing you can do is to just walk in a straight line pressing W. That is literally the worst thing. Second worst thing you can do is you can strafe in one direction, making it very easy to a person to control recoil pattern and completely destroy you. It's very important to fundamentally understand how to prepare your cash out for the future defense or for the steal. When we talk about defending the cash, it's important to place 2 C4s to ensure that your cash drops 1 floor below when opponents will attempt the steal. Try to always look for gas barrels, goo barrels, and red barrels to create additional cover with goo, to create some distraction with gas and stagger your opponents a lot more. They won't be able to steal the cash if only they don't have heal beam medium, that's healing the light or the heavy stealing. Or you go for the red barrel and create holes in the building to give you additional lines of sight so you can actually approach from multiple angles and surprise your enemies in a point where they never expect you to be. Playing this composition might look very easy, but I've spent a lot of time practicing, learning, and failing over and over again. I learned to become disciplined, I learned to become smart, my pattern recognition skills improved drastically, and if you were to just copycat the composition without fundamental principles and knowledge, you will fail miserably. You would have situations where your medium is gonna die first, is not gonna provide you with proper movement, and you won't be able to close the distance. You will actually fail to follow your main heavy player. There is a main heavy player and a support one, and if you guys are splitting with each other up and shooting different targets, let alone shooting different teams, you will fail miserably. All of that will contribute to your success or failure, depending on whether you understand principles or not. When we talk about proper game pacing, you want to always be on time to tap your vault, you want to always be as fast as possible to deposit the cash out, you want to cash your cash out in Is that the thing? You want to get money as fast as possible, and if the lobby is staggered, meaning that you started your cash a lot earlier than your opponents, you will find yourself in a situation where you can actually go and grieve them, or play it for Vault 3 and gain massive advantage. While your opponents are third-partying, fighting, and then wiping, you are very safe and just continue with the grind. If you have any questions left regarding double heavy medium or regarding the finals in general, hit me up in the comment section, I would try to answer them. If you are looking for a one-on-one private coaching in the finals, hit me up on Discord, I would love to help you with that. Thank you very much for watching, see you next time.